I look in the window in the morning and all those people are jogging. God, they look so good. They look so thin. I'm about 30 pounds overweight and I can't even run. I take 3 laps around the refrigerator. I need a nap. So I just decided to join those joggers, man. So far, it's not too bad. You know, people are always asking me, how in the heck can you teach tennis and be so doggone fat? Well, the fact is I stopped exercising to start a new business and I just got fat. All of a sudden, I'm up 30 pounds. It was just killing me. I really just stopped exercising. Then I decided to get into shape. I was just tired of looking fat, tired of having fat hang over my body. Well, I decided that what I was going to do was give it a 30-day trial. And I'd just really be committed because, frankly, I love those low-cal donuts. But all of a sudden, I really cared, so I said, oh, heck, in 30 days, I can lose a ton of weight. And then at the end, hopefully from day 1 to day 30, I'd look really different. Well, before I did anything relative to jogging or running, I really wanted to get to an expert in cardiovascular conditioning. And my pal, Irving Dardig, who's chairman of sports medicine for the United States Olympic Committee, seemed like a logical decision.
Well, getting in shape is a pretty complex issue. It's not as simple as some people think. It's not just going out, going for a little jog, and getting back. It involves time, adaptation. It involves changes of your metabolic system, of your anatomy, of your muscles. It would probably take the average person who hasn't been in shape, say for 20 years, about a year of a progressive kind of a fitness program that he would enjoy to really get in shape.
And get yourself a stress test and the other kinds of tests that you'll need to make darn sure that the program which is designed for you is a safe one, and also that your system can take the stress. And very few people know that, and some people do crazy things. And we've heard about marathon races and other things where 1, 2, and 3 people have died in the race because they didn't know what they were doing. They didn't take the smart approach.
Jogging is a dangerous thing because you can die. There are people that have died jogging, running. That heart attack or stroke or whatever didn't happen then, even though people call it a heart attack as if it just happened. It took years and years, 10, 20, 30 years for that to develop, for the arteriosclerosis, the hardening of the arteries, to eventually close off that vessel. So if it took so many years to happen, do you really think that it's going to take 6 weeks or even 6 months to get in such good shape that you're going to be able to prevent it? And that's why it's very important for people to get fit.
Well, I just couldn't stand it anymore, baby. The old competitive spirit got into me. I probably should have walked a little bit more, but I talked to my wife and let's start jogging a little bit. And so, bingo, we take off. Dr. Gideon ARIEL, who's a biomechanics expert for the United States Olympic team, he's the guy that really explained it and made it clear to me.
People are running on grass and soft surfaces don't suffer from so many injuries as people are running in New York City on the hard surface. The reason is that the shock is different. We try to quantify the shock, knowing the shock, and based on this shock design athletic shoes that will absorb some of this shock. For example, we can put a runner on the screen here. This is an Olympic runner. You can see the runner move. We can calculate, utilizing this sophisticated equipment, how much forces the person actually transmitted to the body when he hit the ground. We have in the other room force platform. And we're finding out that, for example, a person running on a force platform can have a force that transmits to his body equivalent to about 4 or 5 times his body weight. So, for example, I weigh 200 pounds or more. It's about 1,000 pounds. The forces that went through my foot. In fact, I'll give you an example, Vic. In our lab, in order to simulate foot landing on the ground, we utilize a steel bar that was supposed to simulate the human leg. And amazingly enough, every few days we had to change the bar. It was amazing that the human body can take it, and this leg, mechanical leg, couldn't take it. Well, obviously, the reason is that we can regenerate our joint. We are all the time replacing cells. Of course, this metal block doesn't replace itself.
Okay, Dr. Ariel, obviously the body's taking a real beating, so obviously the shoes are important. But when you go to the store, I see thousands of shoes on the rack. How in the heck do I know I'm getting into the right shoe?
Well, this is the same question like how you buying a good car. You go into the Chrysler dealer, Chrysler is the best. You go to General Motors, General Motors is the best. We can do testing, and we're finding out that particular shoes can absorb better shock. We say, well, for you, these shoes are the best. For the other one, another shoes is the best. One of the problems in the store is the salesman always will come to you and say, look, this is a great shoe, try it. It doesn't make sense that everybody going to the store anyway, 10.5 size shoes, and it's going to fit right away. And how people testing shoes? They're standing in the shoes and say, feel good. But they didn't try to run with it. So when you try to buy shoes, don't test them standing. There might be great standing shoes, but terrible running shoes. So always try them functionally, what they're supposed to do. So in order for you to select the proper shoe, try to ask for the data. If the shoe store got a force platform, for you to measure it yourself, then you can measure it. Don't rely on a feel, because a feel, it's almost like having a good wine. One day it feels good, the other way it feels bad, and it depends on which label is on the bottle.
You know, we're really lucky because my wife and I, we live in Coto de Caza in Southern California, and there are a lot of trees and there's some wilderness out there. As a matter of fact, we've even seen coyotes and deer in the morning, and it's really beautiful. As a matter of fact, this doctor was telling me the story about the value of jogging. And he was telling me, he says, well, we found that joggers who have died accidentally have very clean vessels and everything. I said, well, how do you mean they died accidentally? Because I thought, you know, I mean, they died jogging? He goes, no. I said, some of the guys were hit by cars, and we were able to check them out easily and check their blood. He says, beautiful, beautiful autopsy. And when he told me that, I'm saying, well, what's the point, man? It just shows how dangerous jogging is. He goes, no, the point is, it shows you that jogging is beautiful. If they did the autopsy and the system's really clean and very efficient and effective, then the only thing they have to watch out for is cars. But I got to be really honest, still the nicest thing about jogging is finishing.